Hey, this is Lacey, your Las Vegas gal. I'm coming to you live from a really cool little neighborhood in Henderson called Cadence. Behind me is a gorgeous area called Central Park, and this is where a lot of the neighborhood, just people who live here, the people who love this neighborhood, hang out. I'm gonna walk you through sort of this cool area that has all the parks and all the really amazing amenities, and then I'm gonna take some questions and stuff as I go. But I really want to kind of just go through like what this neighborhood's all about, what you can get for your money, and why you might want to move here. Henderson is one of the most popular places. It's actually on the top of the list. It's either Henderson or Summerlin usually when people are reaching out asking about moving to Vegas. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of Henderson, and to be very honest with you, this is the most affordable place in Henderson right now. So I'm gonna flip the camera, I'm gonna walk you around and show you a little bit of Cadence. Feel free to drop me questions in the comments while we're chatting and while we're live. I'd love to say hi to whoever's online here, and we're gonna walk you around. So it's not that green, obviously, because it's winter, but Vegas obviously does have grass, as you can see. It does grow in, and if you might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna try to zoom in. That's the Strip. That's a strip view from this park, which is located in the center of this awesome community. And so during the summertime and when it's nice and warm, this will be super green and beautiful, and there's a big fountain that sprays in the middle. And what's awesome is they actually do amphitheater events out here for some of the people who live here, as well as other concerts and other events for kids. Hello from Pittsburgh. Hey, Pollux. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for joining me in the evening in the UK. Love it. So we're gonna walk around this track a little bit. This is a lot of the people who live here actually. Haley, a lot of people who live here are using this as like an outdoor kind of, I don't know what it's called, running tracks, I guess. I don't know, you can tell I clearly don't run because that's not something I'm doing. Hey Patrick, thanks for joining. So I'm gonna walk you guys around, but as you can see, we're located right in the center. This is Henderson, but it's kind of like an outside edge of Henderson. So I wanna talk to you about location a little bit as we move through this today. Hey Kelly, hey Ariana, thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna give you a view here. Hey Puss, good to see you. Hi Annie. These kids are playing. It's so awesome seeing all these families out here, especially during COVID, it's crazy. This is community from the Strip. Hey, Mr. C, from the Strip. He's asking how far are we from the Strip. So that's the Strip right there. And we are probably 20 minutes, maybe 22 minutes, depending on which direction you go. Hey, Derek. Again, it's just beautiful. So this is Central Park. So let me talk about some of the amenities. I actually had to take notes because this place offers so damn much to the people who buy houses here. I have to make sure I don't miss anything. They've got an amazing layout to the entire community. It is a master plan community, which means there will be HOA, but the HOAs are super low, and they do so much to create that community vibe. You know, that's one thing I always talk about is people don't expect it to be like it is here when you move to Vegas, right? It's hard. Your neighbors are working weird jobs. They're coming home at midnight or they're going in at midnight, and it just makes it really hard to connect with your neighbor sometimes. So I try to encourage people to like find communities like this. If you're used to kind of, hey there, Cam, if you're used to, walking around, saying hi to your neighbor, or doing stuff with, the dogs, or finding friends, at wine parties at the park, things like that, this is going to be good for you. This is just such a beautiful community. Thank you, Brent. Brent just commented it's exactly 20 minutes from the Strip, so that's awesome. My allergies are killing me, so if you're hearing me squeak a little, that would be why. Isn't this gorgeous? A lot of people assume because we live in the desert that there's no water or there's no water features. I'm gonna come down and check this out for you guys. And then I'm gonna run through that list of amenities. So stay tuned, don't end the video yet. You're gonna wanna hear this list, it's pretty rad. This is fun. And as you can see, like there are houses kind of surrounding this Central Park. There are houses all along the street, if you can see them behind me here. All right, so Cadence, again, located in Henderson. It's on the outside edge of Henderson, so it's on the way as if you're going to Lake Mead or Boulder City. So if you're looking it up, just, Google Cadence or Google Lake Las Vegas, and we're just kind of over in that area. It's really east. All right, I'm gonna run through this list of amenities. This is by no means all-inclusive, but let me give you the rundown while we look at this pretty scenery. This community has this gorgeous Central Park, splash pads. It's a 2,000 square foot splash pad complex. They have a lap pool, play areas, free Wi-Fi all the way throughout all the public common areas. They have dog parks. They also have a bike share program and events and things like that. Hi, Connie. Welcome, welcome. Prices in this neighborhood are what get me most excited, and that's why I'm excited to show you this. So I'm gonna come up over this hill and then I will sit down and talk a little bit more about Cadence to you. The prices in this community for the last 3 years have been the best prices in the city, and especially when it comes to Henderson. These prices have been on average between $200,000 and $300,000 for a full-blown single-family home, 3-4 bedrooms, things like that. Prices have gone up in the last year or so, so please just know that. But it is still some of the most affordable brand new homes in the valley, and I love it because they do allow you to do all the same stuff that you would normally do when you're building a home. Pick your floors, come in, look at the models. It's a full-blown experience. There's nothing taken from it. The reason it's so cheap, or it's not even cheap, I guess, that's probably the wrong word. The reason the homes are a little bit more affordable is because this is a new area out in Henderson that's it's kind of getting revitalized right now. There's some older stuff that's located around this neighborhood. Water Street. It's kind of like the version of downtown Las Vegas, but it's downtown Henderson. So they're doing a lot of, renovations. They're putting lots of new and amazing stores and restaurants in. So this is in an area that is gorgeous, really close to Lake Mead, really close to Valley of Fire, really close to Boulder City. So if you're an outdoorsy person, this is it. Hey, Will, would love, love, love to meet you. Let us know when you're ready. By the way, for those of you who might be considering reaching out or want more information on Cadence, you can certainly click on the link in my bio, and I'll add it to the comments when I have a moment. But this is a really legit place. If you're looking to maybe build a house from scratch, you can see over beyond there, there's all kinds of construction still happening. They've still got I think they've got like 8,000 homes, and I think they're gonna grow it to like 13, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the best builders in the city are building homes out here. And again, they're like way more affordable than, what we're seeing in other areas of town. And right now, with such a limited inventory, we're seeing a lot of people just go the route of building a new home because it's pretty much their only way to guarantee that they actually can get a house. We've got almost no houses to choose from a resale perspective. Whew, I'm out of breath. I don't think I was realizing I was going to be doing this exercise today. Let me come down here, and I'm going to find a spot to sit down, and then we can chat a little bit more. Here's one of the playgrounds. Isn't that gorgeous? Kind of wanted to come up on this hill just to give you kind of a 360 view. Obviously there's amenities all around, but just take a look beyond those amenities. Take a look at the neighborhood. Again, you can tell we're on the sort of outside edge of the city because we've got, all this dirt in between us and the rest of civilization, but it's really not that far. There's freeways that lead you right to where we are. Major roads, all kinds of shopping, like anything you would need is over here. What's usually the minimum down payment for one of these homes? That's a great question, Ariana. Thank you so much for commenting. Most builders are going to require that you give a $3,000 or $4,000, sometimes $5,000 deposit to hold the house. Down payment is going to really rely on what your loan program is and what kind of a loan you're going to be working with. Some loans require 3.5% down, some require 20% down, some only require 5 or 10. So it's really going to depend on the loan that you qualify for and what's going to be best for you. But as far as just holding the house so you can start building and getting that process started, it's like $3,000 to $5,000. Any new condo or townhome developments? Yes, we actually have some new townhomes that just hit the market, brand new. We're going to be doing some live tours as well as some recorded tours on my other channel, the Cerrone Group. If you guys want to go check that out, please be sure to subscribe. It's in the link below. There's another link below, in the description to help you figure that out. I love the landscape of this area. It's awesome. So I'm located right in the middle. Let me talk about the types of homes you can get here in Cadence because it is really important to kind of realize what's available. One thing I want to make sure is that you realize, and I get this all the time, the houses in Cadence are going to be a little bit closer together, like most of Vegas. So a lot of you guys come in town and you meet with me, and I love it because we all chat and we talk about what's different here versus where you live. But I just want to point it out and reiterate, yes, the homes are going to be closer here in Cadence. It's all good. They've spaced them out nicely. They do a really good job. But, you know, I just want to make sure that you're not expecting lots of land to come with the house that you might purchase if you were to build in Cadence. You can kind of see how the houses are all grouped together. Everybody has a backyard. Everybody has, you know, privacy, but this is not an area, especially because it's master plan community. This isn't an area where you're going to really get access to a lot of land. They do have larger lots that you can purchase with the home, but on average, you're not going to get a very large lot. Types of homes that are available here are single family homes. So, you know, really 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom, things like that. They also have townhomes available, which is kind of cool. No condos here that I'm aware of. And I'm going to run you through some other stuff. Let me go find a seat. What's the weather like out right now? Well, I think it's in the 50s. I'm wearing a jacket, but I'm sweating, so I'm sure it's because I'm walking, but that's actually a really good question. I was really bummed. We had gorgeous, beautiful weather last week. It was like 72 and amazing. And like yesterday, it was 40 something, and I wanted to smack somebody. So I was really excited to see that it warmed up again today. It feels like it's in its 60s, but I think it's in the 50s. So not too cold, not too windy. Okay, look at that. Some picnic areas. I don't know if you noticed a moment ago, I walked past this cool workout facility thing that they built for the people who live here. I'm gonna walk over here so you guys can see the houses, some of them. One thing I like to point out to people is a lot of the houses in Vegas, the new ones, are being built, if they're in certain areas of town that have a really good view, they're being built with like a rooftop deck, kind of this 3-tier stacked house. This neighborhood has those as well. And those are kind of diminishing as I'm seeing new builders pop up, because you can't just throw a house with a rooftop deck anywhere. Hey, Russ. Hey, Nellie. You have to actually, you know, have some sort of a view to make that an appealing purchase. And so because we're running out of a lot of the things in the areas of town that you can get a view, this is maybe one of the last places you might be able to get one for a little while until they continue their development. I forgot I said I was going to show you the houses, so I'm walking over here. So some of them are like craftsman style looking houses. Others are like stucco, very typical, very Vegas. 2-story is mostly what you're going to get in this neighborhood, although I do know that they have some single story available, but not many, so don't count on it. And one of my favorite things is they actually offer a 55+ community inside Cadence that's gated, has its own clubhouse, own amenities. Really, really beautiful. I mean, it's like the best amenities I've seen for a 55+ community in all of Vegas, basically. And those prices are 55+ community. The prices are probably in the 400s and up. And then the prices for the rest of the houses here, last year they started at about, you know, they still have signs up that say starting in the 200s, but the reality is you're probably closer to 3, because they have lot premiums and things that they like to charge for, which make it, you know, beautiful when you see that low number advertised, but then once you get through the door, you realize there's a lot more to it. So right now, the average price point in this neighborhood is $385-ish. Between $385 and $400. Again, these are brand new homes built from scratch, from the ground up, customized to your liking. And you know, you always want to keep that in mind when you're looking at new homes. You don't want to assume the price that's advertised is correct. You want to always assume that they're going to charge you more, because you know, you have to nickel and dime and make sure that you're getting cabinets you want and the counters you want and all the fun stuff that comes with building a home. Okay, let me see if I can sit down and we'll have a little chat. Alrighty. Hi. Let me get this situated here. Hey there. Thanks for joining me. First of all, it's the 90s again. Did you know that the 90s are like stupid, cool, and awesome, and they're back? And I'm wearing an outfit that I probably wore every day from 2016 to 2018, or 1996 to 1998. I'm not that young. So I'm wearing overalls and I got excited about it. Okay, let's give you the rundown one more time. Cadence, it's in Henderson. we kind of call it Old Henderson because, again, it's one of those areas that's kind of being redeveloped right now. So behind me, as you leave Cadence, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge, right? You've got some older homes that have been there forever. You got downtown Water Street, which is Henderson's main street. That's got all kinds of cute little restaurants, and they're starting to add little boutiques and stuff, which is really fun. And then they've got every store and every Target, you know, all the stuff, the creature comforts that we always like desperately want to make sure we keep our hands on and we're within a few minutes of driving to, those are here too. So it may be in an older area of town, and then they're revitalizing the area. This is brand new land that's never been built on, so it's kind of fun to see this section of land that's always just been dirt, like coming to life. And it's pretty exciting. I do love that they put a master plan community out here. Hey Janice, thanks for joining me. Because this is an area of town I've always loved, and I just have never, I don't know, I just never knew that they were actually going to finally develop it, and it's nice to see it happening. Okay, here's the rundown. Cadence is a master plan community located in Henderson. Prices are claiming to be starting at $200, but just let me give it to you straight. They're closer to $300. Some of the base prices are going to be in the low $3s, but then once you add flooring and things like that, obviously the price would increase. You can build from scratch. Inventory is a little bit limited, so please keep that in mind. Hey Jeff, if you are thinking about building a home, you have to always be sure to, you know, stay on top of it, make sure that's really what you want to do, because the timelines for canceling and getting your money back are very different for new homes than they are for resale. So that's why our team is here. We're happy to help. We can totally show you and walk you through the ropes and make sure that you're all set before you spend any money and then lose it. But Cadence is awesome. Henderson Master Plan Community. So again, they're claiming it starts in 200s. It's more like $300, and then the average price across the entire neighborhood is anywhere between $385 to $400. I've sold a few homes in here. I've helped clients build from scratch, and then I've also sold resale. So there is a little bit of resale opportunity. The resales are running a little bit higher, kind of right where you're landing with the new homes, because a lot of times these people are buying these homes, they put in the money on the backyard, or they build a pool, or they put all these upgrades in, and then they get transferred, or they unfortunately might lose their job, things like that. So I've actually been able to sell a couple of resales in here as well, and I was surprised at how well they kept their value in such a short turnaround time from when they were purchased originally. This community is only a few years old, and it's not even close to being done, so hang tight. These prices are so cheap compared to California. Thank you, Will. Thank you for saying that, so I didn't have to. I appreciate you. So averages between $380 to $400. Again, gorgeous, cute little neighborhood, and really good builders. Some of the major builders across the nation are here. Ariana's asking us, how long does it take to build a home? Okay, so I have some other videos coming out here really soon that talk about that, but I'll give you kind of a rundown on new homes these days. There's a lumber shortage that's been affecting kind of the nation due to the pandemic and things like that. Because there's been a bit of a lumber shortage, there's a bit of an increase, of course, with the price of lumber, which is a major thing that they're using to build your home. So the homes that are out there right now from scratch, like if there's literally, like you haven't even been started, nobody canceled, it's like from scratch, from the ground up, you're looking at probably 6 to 8 months. Sometimes it goes up to 10 months, depending on the builder. I know Toll Brothers and a couple of those actually take a lot longer, but you know, hey, longer equals quality, we hope. But for the most part, it used to be between 4 to 6 months, but because of this lumber shortage, I'm trying to tell people to just guarantee 6, maybe 8, and then if you're with one of the bougie builders, maybe 10. So keep that in mind. I know a lot of you have reached out and basically said, hey Robert, a lot of people have reached out and they've basically been saying, you know, oh, I'm waiting for the market to crash, or I'm waiting for, you know, prices to calm down. So I just want to kind of make sure you know, that's not really what's going to happen. We do anticipate a little bit of a lift in the interest rates later this year, but for the most part, inventory is limited, which means prices are going to stay steady for a minute, and if not climb. So don't wait. I guess that's my bottom line. That's my main message to you. Just don't wait. We want to meet you. We want to meet you now. I want to meet you now. We love meeting people at any point in their journey, but our favorite is when we can start chatting with you just in the beginning stages of when you're thinking about moving, because it gives us a chance to really help you stage out your process and you don't feel rushed and there's not a stressful experience involved, and then we can hang out and have fun when you get here, and it's not, you know, it's not like we're killing each other at the end. So I love this neighborhood so much. Again, I'm going to run through these awesome amenities. They've got this Central Park area that I showed you, and if you're just tuning in, rewind this thing when it goes when the replay is pushed up, because it's gorgeous. They've got events and bike share program and all kinds of really cool stuff that happens within the community. There's pocket neighborhood playgrounds for kids. There's a 2,000 square foot splash pad with multiple splash pads for kids during the summer. They've got a lap pool that's a community lap pool, so you'd have access to that. Free Wi-Fi all around the neighborhood, which is pretty cool in the public areas. Dog parks. And let's see what else. Play area, lap pools, I think I got it. And then let's talk about schools for a minute because, you know, a lot of people have done their research. And if you go and look right now on any of the crime mapper websites, you're going to see that Cadence definitely does not have the best crime stats. And I just want to kind of touch on that a little bit. First and foremost, I'm not an expert on crime. I'm not an expert on schools. So just know that up front. And I'm not claiming to be. But I do want to share with you kind of just what my personal experience has been when it comes to schools in Vegas and then also especially this neighborhood. Schools in Vegas get a bad rep. You know, obviously we're not very highly ranked around the nation, and it really creates a hard conversation for us when it comes to like helping people want to move here, right? It's mainly the reason why most people are doing, hey, put me in Henderson or put me in Summerlin, but don't put me anywhere else because the schools aren't good. But the reality is we have so many cool school opportunities, and it's just like the rest of the city. You can make whatever your schooling experience is going to be your own. This specific neighborhood has actually 2 really awesome tuition-free, yes, I said tuition-free, charter schools that are available to you right here inside the neighborhood. Legacy Traditional Charter School and Pinecrest Academy. Pinecrest gets great ratings from everybody I've ever spoken to. I've looked them up online, but do your research about the schools in this neighborhood. The public schools that are assigned to this neighborhood that are kind of out and around the area, again, this is an older area, those don't have the greatest ratings because, again, this is an area that's been a little bit kind of like, whatever. Not a lot of people living over here, a little bit of an older area of town. So with older areas of town comes older schools, and you know how it goes, right? It's the name of the game. So, you know, areas evolve, people move away, people move in. It's how the economy and our situation and our neighborhoods and our community works. So from a school perspective, you have a lot of really cool opportunities here because you have those 2 awesome charter schools. And then beyond that, you can totally take advantage of all the other awesome charter schools and magnet school programs throughout the city. So again, I'm not a school expert, so don't call me for advice because I can't give it to you. But I will tell you from my personal experience, I have 4 children. 2 of the kids that we have, their younger babies, are in the same school. They're in a charter school. And then our older kids, one of them's already in college, and then our older son is in a magnet high school. It's a law preparatory academy. So we've got 2 boys in charter, 1 boy in a magnet, and then my daughter, who's now at UNLV, she actually went to magnet schools for performing arts as well. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to really give your kids a chance to kind of try something different when it comes to the school system here. But don't assume that we're a crappy school system, and don't allow the bad rep that this city gets with the school stuff. I know that the lawmakers are working really hard on giving more funding, and that's absolutely needed. I would love to see our ranking go higher, and I hope that we do as we grow as a city. But I just want to make sure that you guys are, aware of what's really going on over here. This is not a bad area. This is a great area. So don't get freaked out. Call us. We'll help answer your questions. And I can probably get a little more specific with you specifically. So there is a link in my description below. Make sure you click on it, fill out the form, and then one of us will give you a call and we'll get you started. I did get, somebody asked me to give a shout out to Russ. So hey Russ, how you doing? Let me check out some of the others. Let's see. Let me see others. Oh, Chris says crime stats don't always relate to reality. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Chris said he lives in a statistically bad area, but it's fine. All right. I'm just looking to see if there's any other crazy. Russ, I'm giving you another shout out. Hey, Nelly. Any other questions? Nope. I don't see any questions. If you have any, drop them in the comment box before I go offline here. I really do love being able to answer your questions. Meanwhile, I need to ask you to do me a big favor, if that's okay. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you watch a lot of my content, and that makes me super happy. It makes me very appreciative. I'm really grateful for your time and your energy, and really, frankly, your attention. It's hard, man. This is YouTube. This is not an easy way to be or a place to be, but we are super happy to be able to be here. I have another channel that is actually being run by my team of agents who work with me at the Cerrone Group, and they are working their butts off trying to create content to kind of catch up with me, and I'd like to give them a little bit of a boost. So if you could do me a huge favor, inside the description of this video, there's a link to the Cerrone Group YouTube channel. Please go over and subscribe for me. I would love nothing more than to see them get excited about a few new followers. And then please do me a favor, go like and comment on some of our videos, but if anything, just go watch them. They're good. It's lifestyle, it's Vegas, it's fun, and then of course it's real estate because that's what we do. Otherwise, I am super, super stoked. Happy to have you guys here. I'm gonna keep doing more and more of these lives. I like walking around neighborhoods because I feel like it really, thank you, Jeff. It really gives you a chance to kind of see what life's like off the strip. But don't worry, I'll definitely include some of the on-strip stuff for you as well. I, again, am so grateful that you're here. I'm gonna go get my voice back. I'm starting to sound like Lindsay Lohan over here. But I'm really grateful. And if you just tuned in, don't worry. The replay will be posted shortly. And I look forward to seeing your comments and questions. Otherwise, this is Lacey, your Las Vegas gal. I'm sitting in Cadence, having a good old time. And I wish you were here with me. If you're thinking of moving to Vegas, you know what to do. Link below. Find me on Instagram. Find the team on Instagram. I don't know. Just come and be our friend. That's all we ask. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.